What if I told you that American Express just made the most controversial move in premium credit card history? They've taken their flagship platinum card and completely transformed it with an annual $895 annual fee. Yes, you heard right, $895. But here's the thing that has everyone talking. They may have actually made it more valuable than ever before. I'm about to break down every single change, run the real math on whether this is brilliant or catastrophic, and show you exactly who wins and who loses with this massive refresh. And trust me, the numbers are going to surprise you. I will even talk to you about 2 new benefits you likely have not heard about, and share a tip on how the worst new credit could be one of the best credits for you. And if you're getting the card or already have the card here in September 2025, I'll tell you what you must do this month before it ends. All right, let's talk about what just happened. American Express dropped a bombshell on September 18th with the biggest platinum card refresh we've ever seen. The annual fee jumped from $695 to $895. That's a $200 increase that has people either celebrating or canceling their cards. But here's what most people are missing. They didn't just raise the fee and call it a day. They completely restructured the value proposition with new credits that could potentially give you over $1,000 in annual value if you know how to use them. So let's start with the elephant in the room, and that is, of course, the $895 annual fee. I know what you're thinking. That is absolutely insane for a piece of metal. And honestly, I get it. But here's the context everyone is missing. The Chase Sapphire Reserve just bumped their fee to $795. The Capital One Venture X is sitting at $395, but it does have way fewer premium perks. What American Express did was they looked at the landscape. They said, we are the undisputed king of premium cards, and we're going to price it that way. The real question isn't whether $895 is expensive. It obviously is. The question is whether the new benefits justify that extra $200. And that's where things get really interesting. For existing cardholders, here's the good news. You won't see the fee increase until your renewal date on or after January 2nd of 2026. So you've got time to test drive all these new benefits before deciding if it's worth it. Now let's talk about the star of this refresh, and it has to be the new $600 hotel credit. This isn't just an upgrade from the old $200 credit. It is a complete reimagining of how Amex wants you to travel. Let's talk about how it works. You're going to get $300 every 6 months, January through June, and July through December. There is no rollover. It is a use it or lose it, and it only works for fine hotel and resorts bookings or hotel collection stays of 2 nights or more through the Amex travel portal. Now, I've been using Fine Hotel and Resorts for years, and let me tell you, this credit can be absolutely incredible if you travel the right way. Take Las Vegas, for example. I've routinely used this benefit there. You could actually stay at the Fountainbleu and have your room covered with this $300 credit, and you will still get the $100 food and beverage credit, the daily breakfast for 2, and the 4 p.m. late checkout. But there is a catch. And this is crucial. You are going to be locked into Amex's portal. You can't shop around for the best price, and you can't earn hotel points. And if you're someone who stays loyal to Marriott or Hilton for status, this benefit becomes a lot less attractive. The math works beautifully if you're already the type of person who books luxury hotels twice a year. But if you're a budget traveler or someone who values flexibility, this might feel more like a high-value coupon you'll never use. Now, Amex didn't stop with the hotels. They've added a bunch of new lifestyle credits that are clearly designed to compete with Chase's coupon strategy. First up is the $400 in Resi dining credits broken down into $100 per quarter. Now, I live in the Midwest near a top 35 metropolitan area. I have a total of 9 options, which is okay, and it'll probably work out for me. I can also factor in potentially using this benefit when I travel. But if you're in a smaller market or don't see yourself using it while you're traveling, you really might struggle to find restaurants that you actually want to eat at. Then there's the $300 in Lululemon credits, $75 per quarter. Now, I'll be honest, I'm still skeptical about this one. I can use it for my wife, which may work, and I may give it a chance for myself. Now, if you're already shopping there, it's free money. If you're not, it might feel like forced spending. Then you have the $120 Uber One membership credit. Now, it is interesting because it will stack with the existing monthly Uber credits on the card. If you're not familiar with Uber One, it normally costs just under $10 per month or $96 per year. It provides $0 delivery fee and up to 10% off with Uber Eats, and you can earn 6% Uber One credits on eligible rides. Now, I rarely do rideshare unless I'm traveling and normally pick up my own food with Uber. Maybe this will improve my rideshare when I use it, and maybe I will try the delivery option. We will see. If you don't use rideshare much, this credit may be worthless. And finally, there's the $200 Aura Ring credit. Now, I've heard of the Aura Ring, but I really didn't know much about it. But what I do see is that on the surface, there are two issues. First, it only covers the hardware, not the monthly subscription, which is $5.99 per month. The second issue is when it comes to the hardware, as of the time of this video, Aura is actually on generation 4 of the Ring. That $200 credit is not going to cover it. It will cover the generation 3 Heritage model currently. It definitely feels like a partnership that is just to clear out a little bit of inventory. But I do have one tip for you. If you have a health savings account or flexible savings account, the hardware and monthly membership is likely going to be covered, but you do have to check out your particular program to confirm that. Did I say finally? Well, not exactly. There are actually 2 additional new benefits that you likely have not heard about. The first one is called Platinum Nights by Resy. This provides you special access to reservations on select nights of select restaurants. Now, you do have to be enrolled in Resy, and you do need to have your Platinum card as one of your payment methods. This could actually be a great feature if you're in a major city where it is hard to get a reservation. The second benefit you likely have not heard about is getting sterling status with leading hotels of the world. Amex is continuing to lean hard into luxury travel. Now, if you've not heard of leading hotels of the world, it has a portfolio of 425 independent luxury hotels in over 80 destinations. Sterling status actually normally requires $5,000 in spend. Now, with this status, you're going to get 5% stay bonus and 5 pre-arrival upgrades annually. Now, after running all the numbers, let's talk about who comes out ahead with this refresh. The clear winners are luxury travelers who already book high-end hotels at least twice a year. Now, if you're someone that stays at the Ritz-Carltons and Four Seasons anyway, Amex just gave you $400 in extra value for that $200 fee increase. It makes it a no-brainer. The maybe winners are aspirational travelers. If you've always wanted to stay at nicer hotels but couldn't justify the cost, these credits might be enough to push you to upgrade that travel experience. But the clear losers of the card have really not changed. They are budget-conscious travelers and loyalty program devotees. If you're someone who books the cheapest hotels possible or exclusively stays with one chain for status, most of these new benefits are going to be useless to you. You're essentially paying $200 more for a card that has become less relevant to how you actually travel. So let's be real about what Amex is really doing here. They looked at the Chase Sapphire Reserve's new benefits and said, is that all you got? Chase offers $300 in travel credits that work on anything. Amex actually countered with $600 in hotel credits that only work for luxury properties. Chase has limited dining credits. Amex responded with $400 in Resy credits that work at way more restaurants. It is clear that Amex is positioning the Platinum as the card for people who want the absolute best travel experience. And that, of course, is regardless of cost. They're not trying to be everything to everyone anymore. Now, if you're seeing this video in September of 2025, there are a few things you must do to begin maximizing the card right now. First, get enrolled in Uber One. Next, remember, we are at the end of a quarter, and that means that $75 Lululemon credit and $100 Resy credit is available for you right now. Just get enrolled. So after all that analysis, here's my take. The refresh makes the Platinum card's value more black and white than ever before. If you're someone who travels in luxury, eats at nice restaurants, and can navigate the credit system, this card just became incredibly more valuable. The math works out to potentially over $1,000 in annual benefits for the $200 fee increase. But if you're looking for simplicity, flexibility, or budget-friendly options, Amex just made your decision much clearer. For me personally, I'm going to actually keep the card. I already book fine hotel and resorts properties once a year, and now probably will do it twice a year. And at $100 a quarter, I can take my wife out for dinner with Resi and have the cost covered or nearly covered, and I think that the credits will work for me. But I completely understand why this isn't going to be the card that will work for everyone. The bottom line is that Amex didn't just raise fees and add benefits. They fundamentally changed what the Platinum Card is for. It's no longer trying to be the best travel card for everyone. It's actually trying to be the perfect card for luxury travelers who don't mind playing by Amex's rules. So what do you think about these changes? Are you keeping your Platinum Card, or is this the final straw? And if you don't have the card, does it make you want to jump in or happy to stay on the sidelines? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one, and I'm curious to hear how this affects your credit card strategy. If this breakdown helped you make sense of the refresh, hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed with those notifications on. Now that you know about the newest premium travel card, you need to know about the best airline credit card on the market that has actually changed how you think about airline credit cards, and you'll find it right here.